Welcome to the beginning of an exciting couple weeks in Southern Africa. Our journey begins in Cape Town, South Africa. After a long travel day, our first order of business was checking into our hotel, which is supposed to have a view of the prominent Table Mountain, but unfortunately it was entirely covered by clouds. We had a quick lunch in the hotel restaurant before heading out to explore the V&A waterfront. The waterfront is home to a bunch of shops, restaurants, and entertainment, and Victoria Wharf is the huge shopping center here. There was also a rugby game going on, and I heard a bunch of cheers, so I think South Africa was doing well, but overall the atmosphere was very lively despite it being a gloomy day. This is Nobel Square, home to South Africa's 4 Nobel Peace Prize winners, and then we grabbed some food at Time Out Market, one of the waterfront's many food options. We got the Pani Puri flight from Kapuchka, and it was delicious. One of the coolest stores on the waterfront is the African Trading Port. This is the perfect spot to pick up keepsakes and gifts. They have so many cool items here, and the store itself is also really cool. That brings us to the first full day of the vacation, day 2. Today we're doing a Cape Peninsula tour, starting at Muizenberg Beach. Muizenberg Beach is known for this iconic row of colorful Victorian beach huts dating back to the early 1900s. We drove past several seaside towns and enjoyed some breathtaking views on the way to our next stop, the Cape of Good Hope. This is the southern tip of the Cape Peninsula, but technically not the southernmost point of Africa. As you can see, yesterday's cloudy and rainy weather was plaguing today as well, but we still wanted to hike the trail. And I'm so glad we did because the views did not disappoint. At one point in the hike, we saw a pod of whales in the distance. It's hard to tell on camera, but we saw some whale fins, which was really cool. The trail ends at this lighthouse, and from there we took a funicular back down and headed to our next stop. Along the way, we saw an ostrich just walking on the side of the road. I've only ever seen ostriches at the zoo, so this was such a cool welcome to South Africa. Our next stop is Boulders Beach, which is most famous for its penguins. These are African penguins, and they were so cute. I loved watching them waddle, but most of them looked like they were resting. It was fun to see some of the playful penguins bothering the other penguins. There are wooden walkways throughout the area, and you can see penguins from a bunch of places, not just the beach. And these huge boulders right here are where the beach gets its name. And we're back in the car for the most scenic drive of the day along Chapman's Peak. There are a couple points to stop and take in the views, and I was just blown away. The dramatic orange and green cliffside, contrasted with the blue ocean, was genuinely so pretty. Then we headed to our final destination, and as you can see from the map on the right, we've done a full loop around the Cape today. This is the 12 Apostles, a dramatic mountain range that actually has 18, not 12 peaks. We were here right in time for sunset, and it was the perfect way to end this day. Look at that gorgeous golden glow. And that brings us to day 3. For the first time on this trip, we got to look out our hotel window and see Table Mountain. We wanted to make the most of the clear skies, so we headed straight to Table Mountain. And as you can see, we weren't the only ones with that idea. But eventually, we got in the cable car to enjoy these gorgeous views before arriving on the top of Table Mountain. As its name suggests, Table Mountain is flat like a table. There are lots of walking paths and viewpoints of the city here. It was really cool to see Cape Town from this vantage point. It looks like I'm walking on normal flat ground here, but we're actually over 3,500 feet above sea level. Here's the view from the other side, and we saw some dassies on the rocks. Fun fact, these tiny creatures are actually the African elephant's closest living relative. After our morning at Table Mountain, we boarded a boat at Hout Bay to Seal Island. This is such a beautiful pier with the mountains in the back. This is Seal Island, which is home to around 64,000 Cape fur seals. Back in the city, we briefly visited the very colorful Bow Cup neighborhood. Not only is this place beautiful, but there's a lot of rich history here. Our final stop today is Kirstenbosch. This is a massive botanical garden, so it's impossible to see everything. But we loved the fragrance garden and novel plants like cycads that date back to the dinosaur era. There is so much history in these gardens, such as this tree right here, which was planted in the mid-1600s by a Dutch commander. And of course, the views of the mountain range were stunning. The clouds were rolling in over Table Mountain again, but we caught this beautiful sunset as we had our last dinner in Cape Town. In the morning, we began the famous garden route, breathtaking views, crazy adventures, and so much more to come in part 2. I'll see you there.